Okay, we're going to show you a few more little tips and tricks. This just goes along with details, but I wanted to show you a few more things we can do with some of the different tools. I usually get lots of questions. How do I make a stack? I want a big old muffler coming out the back, either the back here or a semi-style exhaust stack coming out in the bed. So we're going to start by making a circle, and we're going to make a line for that circle to follow. We're going to go straight up, top. We can put a little curve on the back like that. Now, this is not a very accurate stack, but you guys can spend lots of time. If we just pull that, that's not going to do anything for us. So we're going to use our Follow Me tool, and we're going to follow it around this line. Click to finish. Okay, that's obviously a little big. We can easily fix that with our scale tool. We can shrink it down to the size we want. Okay, we can make this a component. Right click, make component, give it a name if you want, then click create. We can move it in. Again, when we move, we always move in a 2D view. So there's a top view. We can come over here, move it over that way, and from the side. Alright, there's our stack. Okay, so we've got a stack coming out the back. More details. Let's put some of those little clearance lights on the top here. Since this is a component, I can draw right on top of it and I don't have to worry about it sticking. So I'm going to start with a rectangle, maybe like that. We'll put an arc on the front, and let's erase this. I'm going to pull this up. Now, what if I want an angle on the back here? We can do that by drawing a line and getting our push-pull and chopping it off. Okay, that's one way. There's another way. Let's go back here for a second. If we had made this part not rectangular, we had sloped it in a little bit, we couldn't do that. We could pull it up, but we can't draw a line on this and push it in. But we could grab this piece right here and we can move it down. Watch what happens. Is that what we wanted? No. Control Z. So it takes a little bit of playing with. We've got to move it straight down, but we can move things like that. We could do the same on the front here too. We could move this down. We can move it sideways. You can make real crazy shapes this way. Don't get too wild or it looks really weird. You can also rotate pieces like that. We can click here, click there, and we could tip that down like that. Okay, so let's call that our clearance marker. Right click, make component, create. We're going to move that. So I'm going to get my move, I'm going to hit control. And remember how we did it with the rotate tool to make multiple pieces? We can do the same thing here. If I click over here, click, and then go divide 4, it spreads them out for us. They're all individual components. We've got clearance markers. If we get to this point, we could even do an interior. So if we go into this component, we're going to get our push-pull. We can click and push this all the way out. Now it's hollow. We can get our offset tool. We can do that. Pull this down as far as you want. Now I have space in here. We could start adding door handles. We could build a seat. We could build a dash, a steering wheel. We could put a radio in there. We could do lots of different things. We could do it all as part of this component, or it's really easy to come out here. Let's build a seat. Pull it up. You guys should have lots of experience making chairs already, so this should be pretty simple. Pull this up. There's a nice old bench seat. But What if I want armrests on there? We could put some armrests on there, right? We could do a square, we could pull it out, we could do a circle, and come on, there we go. That's probably a little big, and only half of it worked. Okay, you could spend a lot of time and work on your armchair or the arms. You could put cup holders in them. We could put patterns on this. We could make this whole thing a component. Create. And I don't see very many chairs that are just flat like that, so let's give it a little bit more realism. We're going to lean it back. Now we've got this, we can move it inside. So let's grab our move tool and set it in there. Is it going to fit on the first try? Probably not. Can we fix that? We sure can. We can get our scale tool and scale it down and maybe stretch it out to where it fits. Okay, let's make it a little taller too. Stretch it this way. Okay, so there's a seat. We have a seat installed in our car. We could do that with the steering wheel. We can build it out somewhere else. We could put a rear view mirror in there. All kinds of different details. We could put axles under here. In the same way, we could build it, make it a component, move it to where we want it to go. We could put a muffler underneath here. We could do a license plate. Let's do a license plate. I'll show you one more cool little tool here. So let's draw a box and make it approximately license plate shape. Wow, that's going to be huge. That's okay. Let's pull it out just because we like 3D stuff. But it's going to be real thin, right? Because it's a license plate. One more new tool. See this right here? 3D text. I'm going to do some text, right? Well, okay. We're going to have a 4B license plate, 4B crazy. Ooh, how about 4B MVMS? And you can change the font, we can change the size, the height, how far it sticks out, and we click place and stick it on there. That ain't gonna work, is it? Easy to fix. Grab our scale tool and pull it out big, move it down to where it's centered. We could color the license plate. Let's make this whole thing one component. Whoops, it's not what I wanted. Control Z, make the whole thing a component. Alright, let's move that to the back here. Let's put it right, come on, clicky. Obviously that's a little big, huh? Easy to fix. Scale it down. How's that look? Okay, I want it right flush on that bumper, so I go like that and it puts it right on the face. We can move it up. Let's move it this way. Ooh, wow, it's really moving all over. How about right there? Alright, I like that. Now there's one other tool I want to show you. You see these right here? These are views. Isometric view, top view, front view, right, back, left. If we click these, it snaps to any of those views. ISO is our 3D view. If you do not have these showing, you can go up here to view, down and make sure it is checked. Okay, these are all different toolbars you can play with if you want. Okay, you know what? I think we're getting pretty close to some paint. Again, let's save it again, and we'll show you the next step.